What's up, y'all? Welcome. My name is Dallas Michael Sear. I want to welcome you to my very first YouTube live. I've done a lot of lives and other platforms, but this is my first time here with you on YouTube, and I'm really excited, super excited. I have something on my heart that I want to share on my heart. I did a video yesterday on Facebook, and it was fairly well received, and it's something that is, I feel like it's a good fit for my first video here because it's very much a large part of my work. So for those of you who don't know, my name is Dallas Michael Sear. I've been a transformational coach, both as a life coach and as a business mentor for a decade, for 10 years. So definitely have put in my hours. I believe very much in my heart that I'm a master of my craft and have been so fortunate to serve a lot of clients and help a lot of people with transforming and elevating their businesses. A lot of my work goes along with elevating the consciousness of the core components, the core owners and players and principals inside of the business to help elevate the business itself, the revenue, maybe even the direction of the business and everything else. I've also worked with a lot of individuals who are been high achieving in their life, yet been wanting to make the move into entrepreneurship and helping them formulate what their message is, what their methodology is, what their particular individual strategy and structure is going to be, so they can put whatever their business and or gift is out in the world. And that goes well with what I'm about to share. And a lot of my work is it's in supporting people removing these mental and emotional blocks that they're struggling with. But I like to work on a deep spiritual level. As I like to say, it's deep spirituality with grounded practicality, blending the masculine with the feminine energy, the left brain with the right brain, the no form with the form. And in doing so, we get to experience and become more of our full, whole, complete, powerful, kick-ass rock star divine selves. That's what I'm here to do. Support you in doing exactly that. Now, what the title of this live says is, if you don't own it, you can't give it away. You can't give away what you don't own. And what I mean by that is, my video yesterday on Facebook was about this kind of what I see as I think it's, it's kind of like a disease almost. We have this one side of the world, this one group that has become like Insta stars without very much experience, without very much anything. We can go online, as I'm doing now, and just say, I'm the best at this. And if we're really good at marketing, then we can become really, really popular. And at times, sometimes very often actually, people are really, really good at marketing something, and they're actually better at marketing it than they are actually at the thing. Whether that be playing an instrument, whether that be coaching or selling something or creating a business. A lot of times, as you may or may not know, people are really successful at teaching others how to build businesses, but aren't necessarily successful at building it themselves. That's the irony, and that's actually what a lot of people are cautious of. And so you get that with a mixture of people who have been taught and told at a very young age that it's really important to be humble, to be seen and not heard. Don't be so loud, or don't be so arrogant, or it's not good to be so cocky. And their parents, or whoever their teachers are, meant well, really meant well, and was trying to teach them how to be humble and how to be respectful. Yet what that child took on when they were younger was, it's not okay for them to be as big and bold and as genius as they are. And we end up playing a lot smaller in the world than we are designed to play. And the sad part is every single one of us is here with a divine, beautiful, unique gift. I don't care what that is. You might be here to invent something. It's not always through our own work and vocation, but that's what I'm speaking to in this particular video. Specifically through our work and our vocation. Everyone is here with a divine gift, something that only you can do and do well. And it doesn't mean like you, there's other coaches, right? I'm not the only coach, but I'm the only coach who coaches the way that I coach, right? Pepsi exists and so does Coca-Cola. It doesn't mean you're the only person to ever do that thing. It just means that you're here to do that thing in a way that only you can. You have a unique divine expression for however you're supposed to shine your light, share your gift, create that business, invent that product that only you can bring it to the world. And if you don't do that, if you don't do that as wholly, as fully, as beautifully as you can, it's not only you that misses out. That's the sad part. You know, everyone that would benefit from that gift, that product, that idea that doesn't come to light, they miss out. Whatever healing gift that you're denying or you're not expressing as fully and as powerfully into the world, you don't get to enjoy the beauty and power of being in greater alignment with your truth and sharing that in the world and being fired up and excited and making more money and having more ease in your life than ever. And the people who would benefit from that expression also lose out. Your family that doesn't get to experience you being as bright and powerful as you can, they miss out. Even if at times they're the ones that seem like they're the ones that are holding you back. If you totally own it and shine your light and share your gift and create that business, invent that product, go on that trip, marry that man or woman, do the thing you feel so clear and called to do, eventually those who really matter eventually will come around. Maybe not in your time, but in their time. But either way, you'll enjoy the journey a whole lot more, I promise you. And so in shining your light and sharing your gift and being this divine thing that you're here to be, everyone wins. And the irony is like, you know, one thing that I share a lot with my clients is that the universe, God, spirit, however you identify, it works in paradoxes. And if you're not familiar with the idea of a paradox, it means that the idea of something being one way is absolutely true. Yet it's a paradox that it's complete opposite. I'll say that again. Its complete opposite is also completely true. That is a paradox. And the mind says, how can that be possible? If this is true, then that can't be true. If this is true, that must cancel out that other option. But it doesn't. Because in this universe, up exists because of down, left exists because of right. We live in a world of duality. Two truths can exist, multiple truths can exist simultaneously. And that paradox can be a beautiful thing. And here's what I mean. It's amazing because you and I are here to live our fullest expression. And so at times it can seem like we're being very, very selfish. And the irony to that is that in being selfish, in truly saying yes to our gift, our mission, what feels good to us, not doing things purely out of sacrifice and obligation, but doing things that feel good to us, ironically, ends up being the way that we give our greatest gift and service to the world. We do the most good externally by choosing ourselves fully first. And therefore, our lives are completely about us and also not about us at all. And so in this false humility, oftentimes we try and make our lives about others. And so we don't have boundaries. So we live smaller than we get to, because we think, well, if I do this, then what about so and so, and what about my family, and then we won't have time for this, we won't have money for this, and we start to shrink our power, we shrink our gift, we shrink what's possible into this. And you're not meant to live in this. You're meant to live in this and beyond. And so when you don't shrink yourself and when you choose yourself fully and you shine as fully as possible, everybody wins. It doesn't happen right away. And it doesn't mean the journey is going to actually be easy. The universe is always moving from form into chaos, and then from chaos back into form, and then back into chaos, and then back into form. It's moving from complexity back into simplicity, and back into complexity, and back into simplicity. It's moving from yin energy into yang energy. It's moving from the masculine energy into the feminine energy, the giving energy into the receiving energy. And the only time that doesn't happen effortlessly and easily in your life is when you put a kink in the hose, when you restrict it. Otherwise, the natural feng shui of your life, the natural flow of energy, you get to be it and experience it. And that's in your business. And all of a sudden, life becomes endless opportunity, and it becomes abundant. It becomes what it actually is, what it always is before you were restricting it. And so I just want to let you know that the journey in shining your light and truly owning your gift, that book you're here to write, that message that you're here to share, right? That lesson that you learned through one of the most traumatic and challenging experiences of your life. And now you get to give that message, whatever it is, to the world so that the world is a better place. But you can't do that until you fully own that trauma that you went through and every aspect of why you went through it and what you learned through the process. Until you truly own the fact that you are someone who is powerful enough to write a book and you've got something to say, then you can't give that away. Until you own the fact that you do have a genius idea and an amazing invention, even though you've never invented or engineered something before, then whoever is meant to benefit from that creation never gets that chance or opportunity. Until you truly own what you are here to own, then you can't share it and give it away. And then not only do you miss out, everyone misses out. So your false humility and your faking like you're small serves nobody. And so I want to encourage you, even though it might be scary or the way might not be clear, to say yes to whatever it is anyway. And if you need support along that journey, let me know. I've got a lot of online programs, group masterminds, plus I love, and I have some current time to work privately one-on-one with people in helping you to ignite your purpose, to live your passion, to love your life, and to shine your light as brightly into the world as humanly possible. And sometimes I'm working with people who had amazing successes in the world. I work with really driven, powerful, successful people. But sometimes what was working isn't working anymore, and we get to help them create a whole new way to rebirth themselves, re-envision their lives, recreate their lives. Sometimes it's creating something fresh and new from scratch, but always it's coming out of a time of difficulty and challenge and the lack of clarity. And I get the beautiful gift, like my gift of shining my light, is supporting you along the way through that journey so that it's easier and so that you are able to resource, cultivate and harvest more out of whatever you're going through than ever before. And so you don't have to repeat this other side of it. And so you can get to the other side more easily, more effortlessly, and shine more brightly and get all of the rewards and results that come with being as big, as beautiful as you possibly can. It doesn't have to be hustle and grind. It can be ease and shine. So Dallas Michaels here, reminding you to ignite your purpose, live your passion, love your life. And I hope that you appreciated and enjoyed my very first YouTube Live with you here. If you did, subscribe, share it, comment, ask questions. I'll be here to come back and comment and answer any questions that you might have if you're watching this after the live. I'm not sure how this gets stored or saved because I'm kind of a pull the trigger and learn afterwards type of guy. So that way I don't get stuck in analysis paralysis. That's never good. So hopefully you will subscribe, click the little bell so that you get the reminders of the next time that I share a video and or come on live. And let me know what your comments and questions are. So like, subscribe, share, and I look forward to connecting with you more here on my channel. Until then, peace and love, y'all.